everybody, and in this video I'm going to be discussing one of the biggest rabbit holes, pitfalls a lot of people fall in, and sometimes it's too late to realize that they fell into it or don't even realize they have, and that is Disney merchandise. Disney is a billion dollar industry that literally pushes and pumps out so much merchandise, especially now that Star Wars and Marvel are on board with Disney as well, and they're all in cahoots. Oh my goodness, it's endless. I'm sure you've seen multiple YouTubers, influencers out there just pumping these ideas and ideology into your head that to be a Disney fan, you need Disney merch. And in my honest opinion, that is so far from the truth. You can be a Disney fan and not fall into the rabbit hole of Disney merchandise. So let's get into this video and start in discussing Disney merch.
We really shouldn't be doing this. After all, we haven't been invited, and curiosity often leads to trouble. Goodbye, Dinah.
I'm going to rewind the clock back to a few years ago, and some of you might know and some of you might not know, we did have a previous YouTube channel that was also called EasterlyPoint. It was spaced. This one used to be spaced, but I now combined it. Me and my husband have. I was pretty much the soul behind that channel. My husband wasn't involved in that. This one here, he is now involved, and my husband is the owner of this channel, which I'm completely okay with. And this was a discussion between the two of us that when starting up a new YouTube channel, if there's a video or any content, it pretty much goes through him before being uploaded. I'm the one that does this work. But in terms of ownership of the channel, the old one used to be me, this one here is my husband. And when it came to the final decision about that, it came from me, not him. In case some people are like, isn't that your husband controlling and blah, blah, blah? No, the one who made the final decision about him being sole owner of this channel is me. With the old channel, I would do unboxings, especially Disney unboxings. I would do Disney pins, big time Disney pins, the couture showcase figurines. I started collecting those as well. And I started to fall in a rabbit hole. I was watching other Disney YouTubers who were buying some of this product, who were purchasing pins, and I wanted to get on that. I was like, okay, look at those pins, they're so nice. Oh my goodness, I want those. They have those. Look at all these people, they're huge Disney fans as well, and look at all the stuff they have that's Disney. I don't have any of that, and it just started from there. I started watching YouTubers and influencers doing unboxing, different Disney unboxings. So I wanted to start doing that. I love Disney. I was like, okay, I'm a Disney fan. Let me do some unboxing, get some Disney stuff. So I did that for a bit. Then they have this cute little thank you card in the box with the castle on the front. Okay, first we have a Mary Poppins 25 by 7 inch note cards and envelopes, 2 each of 10 designs. Here is the back of it here. Let's get into this box. I'm so excited. Here we go. Voila. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I already see something I'm kind of like going crazy for. Disney pins. Oh my goodness. I'd watch video after video after video of Disney pins. So I started buying them to the point it got cray. I dished out over $1,000 in pins in just one summer. And the girl's name is, oh, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure his name is Pongo. Oh, we got Scar. Check this one out, guys. Oh, I don't have this one yet. This is the one from Ratatouille. I don't have this pin yet. Ryan is a huge fan of this movie. It's one of his favorite Disney movies. So, he might like that pin. Okay, and the next one. Oh my goodness, another pin I already have. Oh. And then I started doing pin videos and just collecting whatever ones I could, and there was always a pin that I couldn't get in a collection, and I was very like, no, I need the entire collection of all those pins in that set. And then in our last Disney trip that we went down for our wedding, I wanted Disney ears because everybody who was a Disney influencer and pictures on Instagram and on YouTube and their videos, they'd have Disney ears on. I was like, okay, I need Disney ears. So I seen the rose gold and the big kick up about them, and I needed those. And I seen these other ones down there that I really liked as well, so I had to buy those. It just, oh my goodness. Then I noticed I started picking up some Disney clothes. Then I noticed I was getting Disney Loungefly bags. Then there was Disney jewelry and charms. And it just became, like I said, the rabbit hole. And it just was like stuff after stuff after stuff. Disney, Disney, Disney. I'm a Disney fan. I need this, I need that. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this influencer wearing this. Look at this YouTuber having that. Oh my goodness, I need it, I need it, I need it. It was getting insane. Absolutely insane. And it wasn't even my husband who, like, because he is very, like, whatever you want, you get type deal. You can have this, you can have that. I don't care, just get it. And it wasn't him who honestly started to catch this and this habit I was getting into of buying all this Disney merch. Because at the time we were also grieving, I was almost, a part of me felt like a lot of this too was me substituting the fact that we were dealing with a loss, and I was just coping. And for some reason, Disney merch is what I gravitated on. I knew I was a Disney fan, and I felt to be a true Disney fan, I had to have Disney merch to back up that I was a true fan. And it was such a mistake. It was at the moment when we were getting ready to move. I was packing up all my Disney stuff. And we were in a situation where when we moved, a lot of the stuff ended up in storage. So I didn't have much access to any of my Disney stuff, because it was all in storage at the time. And then we moved into this house and we bought our first home. No more renting. I was so excited, started unpacking everything, and I started unpacking all my Disney stuff. And half the stuff I forgot I even had. And then the Disney pins. This is, I think, the real moment where it sunk in. The Disney pins, I remember I opened up the binder that I had all of them in, because they were all in this nice little binder. And I just said to myself, why am I keeping things that literally I have to open up to look at? Or why do I keep things that are just sitting on a shelf and serve no real purpose? Why am I keeping all this Disney stuff when really it's just either looked at once or hardly looked at all? What a waste of money. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm after wasting so much money on this Disney stuff, and I don't need it. It serves no purpose to me. It's not making me happier. It's not making me more of a Disney fan. I said I love Disney. I could list off pretty well every Disney movie, every character. I love going on the trips. And honestly, when I would sit down and think, okay, when I think of Disney, I think of the smell of the popcorn and the cotton candy and the candy apples and the rides and the lights and the fireworks and just walking through the parks and seeing all the different colors of the buildings. And that is Disney. Disney, to me, Disney is the adventure of us getting on a plane and traveling and going there. And stuff isn't Disney. Stuff is exactly what it is, stuff. I don't know. And that was the moment I realized too, I don't need just all this clutter and things. I don't need materialistic items to be a Disney fan or to be happy. Us just going on a trip to Disney makes me happy. Us just going down there and enjoying it and not buying any merch makes me happy. Now, I understand that people are going to be like, well, you do realize buying merch helps keep the doors open to Walt Disney World. And I understand that. But personally, I don't need all the things to enjoy Disney. And if me not buying things and more people realize you don't need all these things to be a Disney fan, and Disney decides to up its price a little bit because of that, because their merch and what they're selling is starting to drop, at the same time, it makes me be like, I wouldn't mind that so much because I'm not wasting all of this money, hundreds of dollars, on an extra luggage to bring back all these souvenirs to just sit and serve no purpose. Now I do still, and you guys will see it, I do like a little bit of Disney merch here and there. I'll still pick up some artwork for on the walls, or even now with the dog's birthday coming up, I did get a Disney themed blanket for Nala, but I'm not like what I used to be and just an excessive amount. One of the biggest rabbit holes I think people fall in are the Disney subscription boxes. You're spending, if you sat down with a calculator and actually added up the total of what you spend, if you're doing it monthly, these subscription boxes, or even annually, and add it up, and then look at what you're getting and how often do you actually use that item, or how often you actually look at that item, or anything in terms of those items in the subscription box and what you spent, it would honestly break your heart because it's money that could be spent elsewhere. Or you could have bought one Disney item for all the crap that was in the box that meant more to you than just miscellaneous stuff. And it's just that, I guess, that rush, that feeling of opening up a sub box and being surprised and getting things. But at the same time, at what cost is that really worth it? And to me, it wasn't worth just having things gathered up that was Disney, and it wasn't worth spending money on things that could be used towards other things. Like 6 subscription boxes pay for a flight for me and my husband to go on a trip. And annually, if I have a subscription box running annually, that is the price for what we'd spend on a hotel room with some of these sub boxes. Some of these sub boxes can range up to $60 or $100 and something per box. So like, that's money that could be going elsewhere for other things. The main reason I wanted to do this video is so people can stop having these influencers and YouTuber pretty much put them in this rabbit hole and make them so financially strapped at times when they don't need to be, for the simple fact of trying to keep up or think that getting these things makes them a real Disney fan, and it doesn't at all. Just going to the parks, embracing the moment. You can go to a Disney park, and we actually did this because I was very, like, last time we went down, I was very with my husband, like, no, let's really watch what we're spending. Let's just enjoy it. Let's enjoy Disney without the worry of we need to buy this or this or this, or look at this in the gift shop. Like, I can go into gift shops in Disney now and not buy a thing and just look around and be like, oh, that's nice, that's cute, and not purchase a thing. And I'm okay with that, and I'm quite content. During our last trip, my husband was kind of like, you know, you can get this, you can get that, and I'd have to say to him, like, honey, don't worry about it. I'm okay. I don't have to have that. I don't need that. And he'd feel bad and be like, you know, you can though get it if you want. And I said, I know I can get it, and I know at no point are you telling me I can't get it, but I know myself I don't need it. And I'm enjoying this trip without spending all this money on souvenirs. One, it's extra money to bring another luggage back with all these souvenirs, and two, I just don't need it. And I could tell that made him really happy as well, because it took that stress of all this money being dumped into things, and we could actually enjoy the trip for what it was and just go on the rides and enjoy the food and enjoy the sights and the sounds. It just became so much more of an enjoyable trip, not worrying and not having souvenirs and items and just Disney things. Like, to me, my souvenir, if I was to say, okay, like, yeah, I'll probably get 1 or 2 souvenirs, but literally the one main souvenir we get since going to Disney are the Disney refillable mugs. And to me, I'm quite content. And it's a souvenir, but it's not a souvenir because we get the refillable mugs. We added it up, and you actually save so much money. You probably don't think it, but the refillable mugs you save so much money on, especially when you're like us and you're from another country and your weather is mostly cold weather. And you go down there and the heat just hits you like a ton of bricks no matter what time of the year you go down, and you're just drinking and drinking and drinking and trying to stay hydrated and cool. Oh my goodness, those refillable mugs were a blessing, and that's why we got those. And to me, that's a souvenir, because even back home, my husband loves to have something to drink all the time, and so do I. So it became a souvenir, but it was a used souvenir. And like I said earlier, I do still get some Disney artwork, but it's not an excessive amount of Disney artwork. There's probably 4 or 5 pieces that I'm going to have for the dog's bedroom. I don't know, just for on their walls, and probably 1 or 2 pieces in the room in the hallway, and that's really it. The Disney statues, I don't see the need for it anymore. All the Disney items I did have, the excessive amount of Disney pins, the little figurines, the ears, all that stuff I did get rid of and just give to somebody else. I just didn't want the clutter of it anymore. It's funny because you're buying all this Disney stuff in the hopes to make you happy, and you're happy in that moment. And then you're getting more of it and more of it, and you realize the clutter of it all is actually starting to kind of stress you out and make you antsy. And I don't know, it's like as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize too that stuff just it doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't make you happy at all. I can literally travel now and go on trips, and as long as I'm taking photos and video, I don't need things when going on trips. Like me and my husband, one of my bucket list trips I would love to go on is Africa. That is something we talked about now for a long, long time. I would absolutely love to go there for a future trip. But I also know going there are going to be certain things, cultural things that I would like to have. But we literally have now set it to a limit that 2 souvenirs each when traveling on trips. That's pretty well it. But back to like I was saying earlier about just the rabbit hole and the pitfall of Disney merchandise, I just feel like a lot of people allow these influencers and YouTubers to, yes, you're looking at them and you're looking at YouTubers and you're looking at influencers when it comes to Disney merchandise, and you're like, oh my goodness, look at all the boxes they have. But you also have to realize too, a lot of these subscription boxes they have or items they have, they're being sponsored for. They're not paying for them. And if they are, it's probably at a discounted rate compared to what you're paying for. Another thing is too, a lot of these items, these YouTubers and influencers don't even keep. A lot of these companies will either ask for the items back after they do their video or their photo with the item or items or subscription box or whatever, or a lot of these influencers and YouTubers just up and sell those items because they don't have the space themselves to be steady keeping this stuff. And if they do keep it, oh my goodness, I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I would not be able to keep just stuff after stuff after stuff anymore. And there are some that do keep the stuff that they are sent, and that to each their own. I just don't want people to make the mistake I started to make, and I'm so glad I started to realize it before I start to fall way too into it and just steady buying stuff, because there are a few YouTubers I do watch, and literally their background, it's like Disney stuff. Just, oh my goodness. And I'm there thinking to myself, like, what message is that sending to the viewer? And it's to each their own. I am not, if you're the type that likes that type of stuff and collecting Disney stuff, that's okay and that's fine. But you also have to know where that fine line is of, okay, is this getting too excessive and too much? And is this impacting my life in other ways? And to me, if you're steady just buying things and stuff, that is impacting your life. It has to in some way, and it's not necessarily always a good way. And just think of where your money can go elsewhere. These are trying times for a lot of people, and a lot of people are struggling. We had COVID. There's potential recessions happening now all over the world. There's money for a lot of people, regardless of your income. It's being affected with things that are going right on now in the world. To me, no one should fill their life up with stuff. Just my personal opinion. I don't want my viewers or my subscribers to feel that to enjoy something and to be happy, it needs to be with stuff, or that they need to buy certain things or have certain things to be happy, or to feel like they're keeping up with what's going on in the world, because that is not true at all. You can do so much with your money that doesn't involve purchasing things, especially Disney merchandise. That's for one, overpriced, and for two, because it just has a Disney logo on it, all of a sudden it's marked right through the roof and you feel obligated to get it. Like I said earlier, I absolutely love and enjoy Disney. I enjoy the trips to Walt Disney World. And if you are the type, like I said earlier, that likes to collect these things and spend your money on Disney pins and ears or clothing items or spirit jerseys, whatever the case may be, That is, of course, your choice and your choice alone. My personal choice is I started to buy those type of things like the Disney pins, the ears. I realized I don't need any of that stuff, and I don't need that stuff in my life. I'd rather my money go elsewhere. I have my amazing and wonderful dogs that, because I don't buy subscription boxes or Disney pins or Disney ears, Disney merch in general now, they get whatever they want. If there's certain things I really need or want now for baking or around the house, I can get it now without hesitation, because I'm not like, oh, but I really want that subscription box this week. Oh, but that new Disney pin mystery set is out now and I really want to get those. Or, oh my goodness, it's sold out and now I got to go on eBay and pay 3 times the price for this type of pin that I really, you know what I mean? I don't have that worry or stress anymore. I can literally just be like, okay, I want this. Perfect. I'm going to get it. And the thing is, I didn't even do it with just Disney merchandise. I did it with a lot of things in my life after. I had this huge DVD collection of movies, and I mean hundreds and hundreds of movies. And some of them, yes, a lot actually, were Disney movies. And there were other movies as well. I just got rid of. Clothes, I did it with my clothes. I went through my entire wardrobe and downsized it. And I mean, it was totes and totes of clothes that I got rid of. And I was so happy to literally see that all my stuff would fit on the one rod now. And it just like, made me just more at peace and happy in my life. Even when it came to household decor items, I even started to cut back on that and just buy pieces I really enjoyed and liked, but made sure it never got to the point of clutter. And if I realized that there was a piece that I was kind of just getting over with, it would have to go, and then I'd bring in a new piece. It would never just be like, okay, I'm gonna get another piece. I still got the old piece, or it's downstairs in a box in storage, whatever. No, it would have to go. If I was bringing in a new one to pretty much replace that piece was moving on to a new home. And I guess the moral of this video is I just don't want people to feel like they have to buy stuff and things and materialistic items to fill a void or happiness. And if that's the case, then things need to be reevaluated and you just need to take a step back. And I just feel like spend your money elsewhere. If you're about to splurge on a subscription box, think, okay, instead of that subscription box, I've seen this one item versus whatever you're going to get in this box. I've seen this one item on, say, Shop Disney or Box Lunch that I really wanted. Now, it's roughly the same price of the subscription boxes or even 2 subscription boxes. There's a good chance that some of these items in the box I'm probably just going to put in storage, not really look at, or it's just going to sit there. This other item, I know I'm probably going to end up really liking, using, showcasing, and showing off. And that's how I started to change my gears and my mentality. If it wasn't something I knew, like I have this Disney Up snow globe, and I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 snow globes that I really, really like, and one of the snow globes is Disney, and that's something I will never part with. It's the Up House with the balloons, and it was kind of like a housewarming gift that my husband gave me when we did purchase this home. That is something that is very sentimental and special and is going to stay with me. And it's also a piece that does get showcased in our living room. When we go to redo our living room and kitchen area, that is a piece that is going to be showcased on the fireplace mantle when we go to do that. But that will be pretty well my Disney item for in the living room. And that's about it. Like I said, I don't need countless and countless and countless amounts of items. Sometimes, like the old saying goes, less is more. And it's absolutely true, especially when it comes to things. Less is so much more, and it just makes you feel so much better. I don't need to fill up my space with Disney things. And that's just a personal choice. Right?